Hey guys, Jingle12 here. We're back again with another Cube Defense video, of course. Today we're going to be talking about something not so much just gameplay-wise. We're going to be talking about the game's trailer itself, the Cube Competition trailer. If you have not already seen it, I'm just going to pull it up right here and I'm just going to show it to you guys right now. This is exactly how it looks currently. You can also go view it on my channel. It is there, but if you want to watch it right here, I'm just going to pull it up. We're on open windows here. Oh gosh. We're kind of running open windows here, so like you're going to be seeing everything that's on my desktop. So let's just pull this up and play it real fast. I'll let you guys watch it. Okay, so that's the Cube Defense trailer as of his current. It was quite an impressive feat to pull off. Took a lot of time, a lot of effort. It was late July whenever Red Guy first DM'd me asking me if I was willing to do this. I was like, yes, I want to. I've been hoping for this project for a while, and so I was really excited to be told that I was going to do it. And from there, we didn't do much. It took me quite a while to actually really get working on this trailer. And the reason, because there's multiple reasons, really. The biggest reason, I just didn't have access to some resources for a good portion of my time. And then I had an editor change later, so I redid part of the editing because of that. Now, I'll get into detail when that happened, but basically the first thing that I started off with doing was choosing some songs to... I would chose some songs to use for this trailer. I chose about, I think, like 7 or 8 songs. And from there, I took that, I edited them down to 30 seconds. I took 30 seconds, put parts together. There were different edits, like I did it different versions of the same song. And I presented them all to the developers, Red and Weeby, and was like, hey, which one do you guys like best? They decided to go with the song that you just heard. However, I thought it would be nice to show you guys a couple of the other ones that we did like. I'll actually show you right here my second favorite. I'll just go ahead and let you listen. So yeah, that one was like, I really like that one a lot, and that's still one of my favorite song edits there. And who knows, we may see this one come back for some point, because I really like that song. I don't know what it would come back for, but I really like that song. So who knows, I may bring that back for something. That was one of my favorites. Another one that I really like, if I can find which one it was a good one, and I thought I liked it too. There were like 2 other ones that I thought were pretty good. This one would really have changed the way that we presented the video, the way I would have presented all of this stuff. It's a bit slower song. You'll see it too. I like it too, but it's slower. So yeah, that was another one I liked. However, again, I feel like that would be a better song if we were to change the theme up just a little bit. Those were a couple of my favorites. I'll go ahead and let you listen to one more. These definitely not all of them, but here's one more that I'll let you hear. Again, that one was okay. Again, I am much happier that we used the actual song for the one that we chose. I'm happy we chose that one. But there were some other good choices. As you can see, I have some different versions of the edits that I didn't show you. They just were lower quality. I didn't like those other ones as much as I like the ones that I showed you. And there were some songs I didn't show you guys, but those were probably my favorites out of the whole list of choices there. So once we had decided, I presented all those edits to Red and Crimson and Red and I decided we were gonna go with the Shaken is the song that we chose. Shaken, the second edit version. I had 2 edits and we chose the second one. We took that one, I had that laid out, and the next thing I did, and this was important, we created a storyboard that has everything about it in it, and I'll let you guys kind of read it here. That should be all. Yeah, that's all of it there. If you want, you can pause the video and read all of it. Not all of it is actually accurate. There's some portions that do not match. For example, this part's definitely been changed a little bit. It wasn't the exact same. There were definitely some changes, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. There were a lot of changes to the trailer over time, but this was kind of the basic layout of what I thought would look good, and I kind of went with it to a degree. I also gave us 2 options of this storyboard. Storyboard version 1, or version A, is the part with the blue. Storyboard version B is the part with the orange. Now, the difference between these two is basically if I have access to an animator or can learn how to animate myself. So we did go with version A, Animation Cube logo if possible. Version B would be the second version. That was what we would use if we can not find an animator or animate it myself. Once I had that laid out, honestly, there really wasn't a ton of things that happened. There was a good maybe month, 2 months, I don't know the exact time period. There was a large portion of time where I was not doing anything in terms of the trailer, and that was mostly because I was waiting on Red Guy to get me some special resources. I need to be able to do some things with my camera in game, change up the view in game, so I needed Red Guy to give me access to that. Once I had that, that took a few months actually. That took probably up till late August, maybe October, sometime around then. And then I got to test with the with Adobe's Premiere Pro. I got a free 1-month subscription promotion thing, and Premiere Pro saved me hours of time on one video, my second channel's video over Undertale. That video took me many weeks, and lo and behold, whenever I was nearly done with it, I accidentally saved over the file with something completely unrelated. I was thinking I had lost everything, but thankfully Adobe keeps autosaves files, and so I was able to recover it. The editor I had been using previously doesn't do that. So I was sold on getting Adobe for myself because of the fact that it had just saved me good dozens of hours of work. So Adobe was without a doubt purchased because of that, and it has saved me many times, actually multiple times, over overwriting stuff. I've had multiple occasions where things got wiped and I was able to pull up an autosave. Thank you, Adobe, for that. While transitioning to Adobe, I wasn't totally sure I was going to be able to use it in the full thing, so I wasn't really touching the editing for the trailer until I was sure I was going to use Adobe Premiere Pro. Once I was sure and I had it purchased, I had the subscription, I went ahead, and that was when progress began on the trailer. That happened early November, very early November, around my birthday. Yeah, I kind of got it for my birthday. Since I was able to use the editor, I began actual progress on the video itself. And this is where I can start showing you guys the exact progress that I made. Now I'm actually going to start off with one that I edited beforehand. This first clip that I'm going to show you was made with the earlier editor. So this is the earliest version of the trailer that I have on hand right here. As you can see, it kind of goes to green screen. That goes for the rest of it. That is the earliest version of the trailer I have. Very rough, very not so clean, and that's of course your first iteration. You're not going to see a lot of good looking stuff to it. The second one's also this was my first edit with actual Adobe, I do believe. That was actually really my first playing around with Adobe right there, was with that. That was probably my first kind of touching with Adobe as I was kind of testing it out and I wanted to see how it looked. So that was probably that is probably one of my earliest projects with Adobe Premiere Pro. Now this one, as you can see, it starts off black. I have no idea of what I'm going to start with, so I left that black for the moment. And we went with this shot, as I said in the storyboard, where I run through some just maps in general. Now, as you may have noticed, a lot of those maps, and for the previous ones too, a lot of those maps have been thrown out. That's actually, a lot of them have been removed. Like, for example, this one is in here, but it's a different shot. If you look closely, you'll notice that's glitched out for some reason. I didn't even notice that till quite a while into my editing, and so I had to replace this clip. But that needed changed out because these models were just bugged out. So that was changed. This was actually a very late change. You'll see later. This stays here for quite a while. Some of these other maps, I think, noted. I replaced this clip, same map, but I got rid of the temple. Wasn't necessary. Stuff like that. This map was removed much later. You'll see a lot of these maps you're going to see for a good portion of the time, including neighborhood. So again, this here is interesting. You're going to be seeing this kind of change a little bit throughout my views, but it's going to remain closely the same until the very end, and you'll see why. Because I mean, at the very last one, we changed it, and I'll tell you about that why once we get to once we get through all of them. So that is my first shot. This is probably my favorite, actually, gameplay shot, is this right here. This does not change the entire time. From here on out, this shot does not change one bit. And I loved it so much. I still love this shot so much. It's very clean. So, very, very clean. Now, you may have been confused there about that shot, because that's not in the normal place, right? That's usually in a different place in the actual trailer. Yeah, this was originally what it looked like, but that, again, I moved that into a different spot as well. But it mostly remains the same. Now, this quick shot here, as you'll see, as you can see, that's like really quick. And that's just because I only had like one shot that I was actually happy with out of that. I ended up re-recording this whole entire scene entirely, as you see on the actual trailer, and just completely, I put that in a totally different spot too. So that's, actually, no, I don't think that's a different spot. No, that's the same spot, my bad. That does go there. So that just got a complete re-recording of its scene. This is one here. Not much change in this area, I don't believe. I think our biggest change, yeah, is this here. We see that we've got these shots finally added in, and these were changed a little bit over time. Nothing too major except for the missile shot here. Instead of that wipe, we had a missile move across the screen. This was finally implemented as I re-recorded it. This was another one. This is probably my second favorite camera shot right here. This one was really good looking. This one was fun. That was a fun shot. I actually, since it's talks, you have to actually do it with people. So I had Red Guy, Crimson, Hunter, Survivor, and Von Drake, I believe, helped me out take this shot. So those four, actually, I think there was one more person. I'm trying to remember who it was. It may have been Fairy. I can't remember who the fifth person was. There were 5 of them that helped me out. I know that Crimson and Red and Hunter and Von Drake were part of it. There was one other person. I don't remember who it was, though. I apologize to that person who I forgot. They were all here helping me out. They're actually, as of current in this shot, they're actually probably inside the MK2 temple here, hiding, or inside an actual temple if they could fit. So I personally was in an MK2 temple at the time, so of this shot. So that shot there, as you can see, transition's different, and that's end of that. So I finally decided to go with this. This got changed much later. You'll see. Again, pretty much the same through all of that. Pretty much the same. I don't know if there's really much else of a change. Now that, okay, there it is. Okay. So this is transition changes. I brought this shot back for the proper portion now where it actually goes currently. And then you see we finally got this skin shot here. I finally implemented this. Now different transition, different skins. that was a decision that we made, that we wanted better skins, so we did that, and I decided I was going to improve that transition. So that's there. That's a little bit different. Basically, instead of just this one shot here, there's an extra one at the beginning. Again, I decided to cut that first one out for time constraints and work with the second one for the animation portion here. So really, we're gonna go ahead and skip. I've got some other ones on him, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead a few. We'll look at the change here. As you can see, I finally got a bit of a boom here with the audio there. Kind of add a little bit of a boom, you know, to it. Emphasis. Now you kind of notice it keeps going. Some people told me I was advised to remove that as it was kind of more distracting than anything, so I did get rid of those later ones later into it. Now that's another new thing. You'll see here, this goes from a different map, and we see it kind of do this little animation. That was changed later, and I'll explain to you why that was changed at the very end of this, why I changed that out. Some of you may find it familiar. I don't believe there was much else. Okay, so this was, and then we also had this. The skin shot got the new transition here. So that worked out. I thought that looked really good, except for the skins. We changed out the skins later. I'm going to explain to you guys. As for that shot, by the way, I realize now that I should explain this to you. The way that this was done was I had my character and I had an alternate account jump into the game, into a match, into this world. And I had my main bring the tower unskinned. I placed it down. I left the game. I rejoined whenever it asked me if... No, I rejoined the lobby. Whenever it asked me if I wanted to rejoin my game, I selected no, and then I changed the skin on that tower that I placed. Then I reset my character and I rejoined the game. Now, apparently this bug has been fixed. To my knowledge, what the dev said is that this has been fixed and isn't there. However, some other people have told me that it still works. So, I don't know. Just, you can go test it yourself. However... to my knowledge, this is not possible anymore. I kept my alt in game, and I kept the camera position the same. Once my main had rejoined the lobby, I upgraded the tower. That allowed that transition to be smooth without the camera angle changing at all. It makes that slight change perfect. From that to that, it makes it completely perfect. I was very, very happy with how well that turned out. And the same for this too. If you time it just right, it looks really, really, really good. And so I'm very happy. Now you'll notice that it goes from level 1 to level 2. That's because to get the skin to change, you have to upgrade the tower. So I upgraded it from level 1 to level 2, and so that's why that changes just slightly. It still looks pretty good though, so I kept it. I don't believe there was much else changed for the rest of that. So from that one, we go to our final. This one here, our final. That goes from that. We can go, let's run through it one more time so you can see it from the beginning. This is the one just before. So this is what it looked like just before. Now, there was a good portion of time where I didn't upload anything or export anything. So that's why there's a big transition between the last one and the final. That's just because there was a portion of time where I just didn't export any of these files. And so that's why you can't. That's why it's such a big change. But again, let's go over real fast just so you've seen all of those. Let's see here. See, again, the beginning transition was changed. That map was changed. That scene was changed. We removed the Crystal Cavern. Neighborhood was replaced with the name has left my mind. This map, somebody tell me the name. I forgot. That was changed. Let me go into why that was changed. The reason this was changed is because that intro, that previous one, if you pay attention and you've seen some other game trailers, you'll notice that this is incredibly similar to another game's intro to the main portion. If you've ever watched Tower Defense Simulator's first trailer, This is kind of how they go into it with an animation. I didn't want to be accused of copying their trailer. I knew I wasn't, but it felt like that it would happen because of this specifically. So I refused to keep this in. I wanted to keep it in so bad. It was very clean, but I couldn't keep it in without the fear of people getting mad. So I wiped that out. I took care and decided to completely change it with the new transition here with the Rubik's Cube. I thought that looked pretty good. I'm not 100% happy with it. I feel like there could have been some better options, but it still looked clean, and so I wasn't too disturbed to keep it there. This is pretty much the same. This was different. Timing's a bit different because we have that missile launch there. As you'll notice, that actually isn't that great of a resolution if you look closely. Yeah, if you pause the video, you'll notice that rocket's resolution isn't 100%. Again, I like that shot. My favorite part of this shot here is probably the wall going down in the middle of it. I honestly just kind of adding that extra motion to it. This was new. This ray shot here actually took me like 2 hours to figure out how to do. It took some weird editing stuff, adjusting, but I managed to figure out how to get it to work and look right. But it took quite a lot of time to figure out. I was happy with how it came out, though. It looked really good, too. Just like everything else, it looked really clean. Again, same thing here. Different skins. Crimson decided that we needed different skins, so we went with these instead. Good skins. Also, both premium skins. That is Gilded Authority. That is not Cosmic Wonder. Royal Dream. 2 premium skins. Sorry. Gotta get Robux to get those guys. But good skins, so we went those. Right there, that shot, as you know, again, kind of stuck there. And then we had this animation. This animation, again, I was very, very happy with. Code did a good job making that. Code Primate. You should definitely go check out his channel. His channel is linked in the trailer's description if you want to go see him. He does a lot of Lumber Tycoon 2 content, which I believe a lot of things that the developers do are actually Lumber Tycoon 2 themed. You'd be surprised how much of a relationship Code Primate has to me, myself, and the developers, and some of the staff members. A lot of us originate from his community, and so Code Primate is a big portion of where we come from and our origin story. I don't know how to describe. Basically, before Cube Defense, me, Red Guy, Crimson, and a few other staff members, we came from Code Primate's community. So this Code Primate is really where this all started. So just so you guys want to know a little bit of history about who Code Primate is, definitely go check out his channel. He's a great guy. And I've done collabs with him too. But he made a great animation here. I was very happy with how that came out. I was worried too. I wasn't exactly sure how well it was going to come out. He actually first presented this with me, to me. And I was really worried whenever he showed it to me because I was thinking that he was like, okay, we're done. This is what it's going to look like. And I was worried that this is it. And so I was like, this isn't the standard. This isn't okay. Code. I was like telling him like we got to put more into this here. This isn't enough. So, but I could name the critiques on this, why this is bad, but but honestly, it kept this slamming animation with the cube and the logo, which I really liked, and the camera movement. That was really good, and so I was really happy with that, and I'm glad that we kept that in our final animation because that movement with the camera and the logo looked really good, and so that's why I'm very glad that we kept that. Again, for the previous one. This actually, by the way, I thought I should mention, maybe if it'll let me pull it up. This is, again, this was actually made in Roblox. This is in Roblox here. This is actually viewable in Roblox. Actually, I could pull it up if I wanted to, but basically there's a place that Code Primate made that we worked in together for like 4 hours. Like, I don't know how long. We stayed up a long period of time. working on this, but we got it done, and it looked really good when we were done. And it's all in a Roblox game, scripted. This whole entire animation is scripted here. So all of this portion here is completely scripted. So yeah, I was again very happy with how that came out. So that was the animation. Glad that we went to code and did that. That looked really good. And so that is pretty much how the trailer was made. So that is pretty much how the trailer was made once we had that animation done. Once we had all that nearly done, I decided to pull out the promos. The promos were actually pretty easy to make. They didn't take a lot of effort. I think it took me like 2 hours. If you didn't notice though, that audio is the same song that the trailer uses. Actually, I can just show the whole foot. This one here has them all combined together. And this is just the song of the actual trailer. I had them split up into 3 portions. We decided to put them out one a day. And to build up hype for it, I was really happy with how they looked, even though they're very simple. These were very simple to make. If you haven't seen them already, here they are. Sorry, I paused it there at the last second. That 4 p.m. EST was when we released the trailer, but that is the same song. See, we're in that promo stage. So yeah, they went together. It's the song in the promo. So that is how that promo worked out there. And so I was overall very happy again with how it came out. I hope you guys were too. I think it was pretty good. And I know that I'm going to admit that there's always problems with anything. There's always things you can critique. I've already made my own personal critiques to my own trailer. I know that there are other people that have critiqued it. Again, the reason it's 30 seconds is because Roblox limits you on how much time you can put into the trailer. 30 seconds is the maximum, so that is why we've used 30 seconds. Hopefully that isn't too big of an issue for you guys, and you still like it anyways. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching this game. Thank you everybody for jumping into the game and fanboying me, I guess. Should I say thank you for fanboying me? I don't know. Am I supposed to encourage that? I don't ask me. I'm no fanboy professional. Guys, thank you everyone so much for watching. Have a good day. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.